my darling, it's good to see you again, and thanks for joining me for today's video. I'm so glad that you could join me, I really am. Okay, so today I'm just going to be doing some work on the van, because there are a few things that I have to do first before I can hit the road. And I've bought a new mattress for the bed because the old one is worn, so when I lay on that it just feels flat. So I'm hoping that this new mattress is going to be a game changer, and it's going to be a lot more comfortable when I lie down in the bed. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. And I also want to put up some more decor as well. And I still need to finish doing the ornament and knick-knack shelf, which I'll get around to doing sooner or later. The thing is, because I haven't been feeling well lately, so therefore that has slowed me down, but it doesn't matter because I will catch up. I mean, I will get there eventually anyway. I mean, I know that. It's just that, it's not fun being anemic, you know. Because I'm anemic, which is a blood disease. So therefore I don't always have the energy that I would like to have, and therefore I can't always do everything that I want to do, you know. And I have to rest often, you know, because I'm anemic, you know, because I get exhausted quickly. And the reason why I'm anemic is because I was anorexic for most of my life, for such a long time. You know, that's why I'm anemic now. And how I became anorexic in the first place is because I come from a dysfunctional and abusive family environment, you know, and so because I was brought up with domestic violence, you know, so even though I didn't like it, you know, I thought it was just a normal part of life. I mean, I realise now that it's not normal, but back then, when I was growing up, you know, I just thought it was a normal part of life, whether you liked it or not, you know. And so what happened is that my mum abandoned and neglected me when I was 6 years old because she had a boyfriend. And I mean, when your parents don't feed you, you don't eat, do you? I mean, when you're 6 years old, you know, you can't go down the street and buy something to eat, can you? And you can't get something to eat if there's no food in the fridge or the cupboard, can you? So what do? You know, you either die of starvation or you become anorexic like I did. So I ended up becoming anorexic. And so because, I mean, it's only been within the last 10 years that I've been eating well and looking after myself properly, which is good. But now that I'm in my early 50s, I'm 53 now, I can feel my body catching up with me, you know. And so therefore, I can't always do everything that I want to do when I want to do it. Which also means I can't always make videos every day like I would like to do, or else I would be making videos every day, but I just can't because I don't have the energy because I'm anemic. So you just do whatever you can do, don't you? And at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm just grateful to have my health. I'm grateful to have my camper van. I'm grateful to have my fur baby, Callie. I'm grateful to have my apartment, because no matter how bad you have it, there's always someone else who's worse off than you and me. Because right now I know that there are many people, who are homeless, who have cancer and who are dying and who don't have their health, and so many other things. So at the end of the day, when I think about it, I just think I'm just so grateful, to have, a second chance at living life. I'm so grateful that I have survived the domestic violence, even though I have post-traumatic stress disorder with the nightmares every night, as well as anxiety and depression and that. I'm still grateful just to be alive and have survived all that. And, to be able to be in a position now where I can use my experiences to help other people. That's what I'm grateful for. And this is what my channel is about. My channel is about documenting my journey, but it's also a platform that I can use to help other people in some way. So that's just a quick explanation why I haven't been feeling well lately. But at least I'm feeling better now, so that's good. So today I'm just going to do the few things that I need to do. Try and get as much done on the van as I can. Now that the cool weather is here, woohoo, and about time too. Oh my God, it feels really nice. It's getting a lot colder now. And I've also noticed within the last couple of days that now it's not so hot in the afternoons like it has been, and now it's becoming cooler, which is good. So I just need to do these few things on the van before I can hit the road. And I also want to be able to, before I do hit the road, I also want to be able to camp in the backyard with Callie in the van for a few days so that she can get used to being in the van again before we do hit the road. So I'm lucky to be in that position as well. Because like when I first became homeless, which was when I first moved into my car, and that was at the beginning of 2017. Back then, I didn't have the opportunity to get Callie used to being in the car. I just had to put her in the car, and we just had to hit the road. And she just had to get used to being in the car while we were living in our car on the road back then. And once she got used to being in the car, oh my God, she loved it. But it did take her a little while to get used to being in the car again. And the thing is, because our fur babies don't like change, because it's just how they are, so this time I want to put Callie in the van and get her used to being in the van first before we take off. So that's what my plans are. And like I said, I don't know where I'm going to go. That doesn't matter really, because what matters to me is I'm just spending time in my van, whether it be in the backyard, whether it be stealth camping on the street somewhere, or exploring a country town somewhere, or wherever. Because the reason why I'm doing this is because of my mental and emotional well-being. And because like I've mentioned in previous videos, it's because the domestic violence happened in an apartment. Therefore, when I'm in my apartment, I don't feel safe there because my brain thinks, I'm not in a safe place. So therefore, I can't relax. And that's why I have to tolerate that awful trauma feeling, which I call the spider feeling. And oh my God, it's a horrible feeling. It's the worst feeling in the world. It really is. And so therefore when I'm in my apartment, my anxiety levels just skyrocketed and I just can't relax. But because the domestic violence never happened in the van, so when I spend time in my van, my brain thinks, I'm in a safe place. So I can finally relax now, and chill out. And this is where, when I'm in my van, I've got my own little space where I can just be, where I can relax and chill out, So this is why I'm doing it, because this is why I'm so grateful to have my van. Because if I didn't have my van, oh my God, I don't know what I would do. I'd be going mad by now, And I tell you what, that saying, what does it go? That old saying that goes, a change of scenery. How does that go? Oh, I can't remember, but you know what I'm talking about. How a change of scenery makes you feel better. And I tell you what, from my own personal experiences, that saying is absolutely true. It really is. Because when I get out of my apartment and I spend time in my van and I'm in a different environment and a different scenery, oh my God, it's the best thing for my soul. This is why spending time in nature, it's just the best way to rejuvenate. It's great for your soul, mind, body, and soul. Okay, so I'm going to start doing some more work on the van now. I think I'll start with the bed, but before I do, I want to fix up this curtain again. Where is it? Yes, again. Where is it? Up here. Because what happened, at least this time I didn't fall down because of the height. Because last time that curtain fell down 3 times because the glue that I use in the van to hold up the curtains and decor and things, because it got so hot in the van, the glue just melted And so everything just kept falling down. So I'd fix it up again and the same thing would happen. And that's why I ended up fixing up that curtain 3 times, because it was so hot the glue melted those times. So I ended up keeping double handling. But this last time is when, I can't believe I'm saying this, but my van door locked me out. I made a video about that, so you can go check it out. What was that video called? I know I can't remember the name of that video. I think it was called something like, "Can your vehicle lock itself, locking you out?" But anyway, you can go check out that video to find out how my van door locked itself, locking me out. Oh my God, I couldn't believe that could ever happen. But it did. And so, excuse me, so therefore I had to go around the corner to get my mechanic. And I won't tell you how he got into the van, but he broke into the van and he climbed in the back of the van, all the way up here, all the way through this window here, as you can see. If you can see this window here. So he's climbed through this window here into the cab just to unlock the door. Oh my God. And so therefore when he's climbed through here, so as he's climbed through here, the curtains ended up falling back down again. So I think I'll start first with fixing up this curtain, and then I think I'll try out our new mattress, our new foam mattress, and then I'll decide what to do after that. So let's get to work, shall we? Okay, so I better move that out the way. That's better. Okay, so I fixed up the curtain. Let me give you a look. I fixed up the curtain. As you can see along here, that looks better. I fixed up the flame catcher too. Pretty. And put that back up there. So that looks better now that I've done that. And because it's important that I fix the curtains up first, because curtains are there for privacy reasons, so you know. Okay, so I've also got along here what I want to do today too. Now this is some storage compartment. As you can see, now this goes, you can see they've got pockets. You can put anything in here, shoes, anything. And what happens is that this sits, you've got these hooks, so they go like, up here like so, and they go over the bed, you know, around the side of your bed, so you can use, the side of your bed for storage, which is a great idea. And so this is what I got this for my van. So that's going to go along the side of my bed, underneath my bed, but along the side of my bed, so I can store things in there like, well, I'm not going to store shoes in there because I've got a shoe hanger for them. But I can store other things in there, like I don't know yet, but, like for example, if I need somewhere to store the lights or something when I'm not using them, or whatever, so I want to do that today too. So let's have a look at the mattress, shall we? Okay, so I've taken all the blankets and everything off the bed. Let me show you. So over here is my bed. There's the bed underneath. Move that over a bit. And that's the old mattress here. So I'm going to take this off. It's still a good mattress, but it's gone flat, as you can see. So I'll take this one out and put the other one in and show how that goes. Okay, so I want to show you my bed first. So this here is my bed that I made. And this is just a piece of plywood that I've gone and put, and I put some legs on the side here. And as you can see up here, I've got a garden bench. So what I've done is, I'll just put you up there for a minute. Oh. So what I did is, I went to IKEA and I bought a 120 centimetre garden bench, which I assembled. That's in the middle there. And then I went to Barnes and I measured the measurements, of course. And I went to Barnes and I got the guy to cut out with a piece of plywood. So what I've done is I've glued that on top of the garden bench using wood glue. And then I got the guy to cut out, I got the same guy to cut out another piece of plywood which I've used for the legs to keep it stable. And that's how I made my bed for my bed. It's a really good, comfortable bed. Okay, so let's see if the mattress fits. Okay, so guess what? Sometimes I think I shouldn't have put those flowers up here. They get in my way. Guess what? I can't believe it. It fits perfectly. Have a look. Look at that. This is my new mattress, foam mattress that I've bought from Temu. It's also quite comfortable. And foam mattresses are quite expensive. And I can't remember how much I paid for this one. It wasn't expensive, that's why I got it, because it was a perfect size. So it was already cut out. So it's about 120 centimetres in length. I'm not sure how long in width. And oh my God, it wasn't expensive, that's why I got it. So if you're looking for a foam mattress that's not expensive, then I recommend you buy your foam mattress from Temu. Oh my God, I'm pooped. Okay, so what I've done is I've laid down on the mattress on the new one. It's very good, but I can still feel the bed underneath. So what I've done is I put the original mattress that I had on the bed on top of the new mattress. And so I lay down on top of the bed and oh my God, it's a lot more comfortable. So what I've decided to do is to use both mattresses at the same time. So I've got the old mattress on top of the new one. So I'm going to use the two mattresses together as one mattress, and by doing that it's a really good game changer and it's a lot more comfortable. So I'll give you a look. So come over here. So as you can see, this is so I've got the old mattress underneath. Sorry, I've got the new mattress underneath. I've got the old mattress on top. Okay, so all I need to do now is to make the bed. I tell you what, doing the work on the bed is definitely not easy. And now I'm running out of breath. I enjoy working on the van, but I notice that every time I work on the van, it's always time consuming. It takes a long time just to do something small. And it puffs me out, but I'm getting there slowly. So I'll put the fitted sheet on top of the mattress. I'll give you a look. Now I just need to make the mattress. As you can see, so that's my bed. It feels a lot more comfortable because that original mattress is quite old. It's still a good mattress, but it's now become quite thin. So when I lay on it, it feels flat and I can feel the bed underneath. So therefore, I was feeling quite uncomfortable sleeping in the bed. And when I went up to Echuca, when I saw my family up there at their caravan park, when I was sleeping in the van, I realised I need to get another mattress. So I'm glad I've done that now. And I've ordered from Temu some things, some clips to go underneath the mattress to hold this fitted sheet to stop that from moving. So that will help too. Okay, so now I'm going to make the bed. Okay, so the first thing I've done is I've put the sleeping bag on top of the mattress. So there's the sleeping bag. And it's a really good sleeping bag. What I usually do is when I'm sleeping in my van, I usually have the sleeping bag on top of all the blankets and my doona, and that keeps me extra warm. But this time, I'm going to put the sleeping bag first underneath and then see how that goes. Okay, so now I've put the doona on the bed as well as the cushions. I'll just give you a quick look. What do you think? Now it's starting to look a lot better, isn't it? and it's also feeling a lot more comfortable too. But I noticed that part of the doona, I don't know why, but it always happens all the time, is that part of the doona and the bedding, the blankets and that, they will get damp, like feel wet, you know, and I still don't know why that happens, but it happens. One of my pretty blankets. Which blanket do I want to put on the bed first? Let's try this one. This is one of my favourite blankets for winter because it's fleece and wool. So I think it's logical that I start with the bigger blankets first. Ooh. And that blanket makes it look nice and pretty. I love these, how did you get on there? Where did my thing go? Let's put you up there for now. I love these woolen blankets. They can go up on top. You know, they look nice. We've got all different sizes. Even the smaller ones. Got another one. And another one. And I've got a white one. And a purple one. Oh, I know. That's looking better. Now we put this one on top. Now it's starting to look like a bed again. Maybe, which one's the bigger one? Maybe the white one on top of that. I don't know. I don't know. That's better, so I'll put the white one underneath and then put that one there, and then this one can go on top. Like so. Then maybe this one can go up like that one. And then this one can go up over here. And then that one can go on top like that. Whew. Oh my God. So now, it's finally looking and feeling like a bed again. Woohoo! Oh my God, I couldn't believe how, oh my God. Isn't it funny how things are always harder to do in a van than what they are in a house or in an apartment, whether you're making the bed or cleaning the van or whatever. Every time I do something in my van, I notice that it always takes longer to do, and it's harder to do too. I suppose that's just normal, isn't it? I suppose how van life is. So I'm glad that I've got the bag done because now that it's done, I don't have to worry about it. And also, now that that's done, I can just go. That was the main thing that I had to do before I take off because, oh my God, because now that that's done, I can go tomorrow if I want to. You know, the bed's done, so I can hop in the bed and lay down on the bed whenever I want to, and it's nice and comfortable now. I don't have to worry about feeling the bed, the wood underneath anymore, so that's good. So I'm just glad that I've got the bed done. That was the main thing that I had to do today because I had to get that done first before I can hit the road because there was no way that I was going to sleep in an uncomfortable bed again. So I'm glad I've got that done. Okay, so what's the next thing I want to do? I mean, I've still got so many things I want to do, but I'm just doing one thing at a time and then just ticking them off the list as I go. And I'm just doing everything in just a random order. I'm not doing anything in any particular order. So what's the next thing? I know. Okay, so I bought some mini utensils so they can go down in the cupboard. Okay, so what I've done is I bought a toilet holder so I can put the toilet roll over on that, and I'll give you a look. So what we've done here, this is the toilet roll holder, and it's got some little over the door hooks to hang whatever. And then what I've done here is I put the towel rack over here so I can hang a towel from here. Because that towel rack used to be over there where the toilet holder now is. And I was going to put the toilet holder on this side of the door. But when I tried it, this door won't close. So by doing it this way, having the toilet holder on this side door and the towel rack here, it works out better. So that's what I'm going to do. I've also got those coloured doilies to go on the roof too. You know, so they're like going to go on like for example, up here where, you know, where you still see the carpet. So we're going to have different, like that, different coloured doilies so I can finish doing the ceiling. but I need to wait for my USB hot glue gun. So that's being recharged. So while that's being recharged, I'm just doing whatever else I can do. And I've also got up here, this here is my shoe rack holder, so you can put your shoes in there. And because my original shoe holder has just worn, so I needed a new one. So that's going to go on the end of the shelf over there. And on the same shelf underneath here, I've got this. And this is just, I can just put, I don't know, you know, just store, ooh, that didn't work, you know, just store, small, knickknacks or whatever, you know, and, and up here I've got my little basket which can go over there, but it's not going to go over here. It's going to go in the back of the shelf over here, and this shelf at the back over here, because I've got bars in there. So that's going to hang in the shelf there along the bars, because we've got the same bars around the van on both sides, including up here too. As you can see, we've got the same bars, see that? And I've noticed is that these bars, these come in handy for hanging all sorts of things on. When I first got my van, I'm thinking, oh no, I don't like the bars. So I painted them pink to make them look better. Pink, 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 pink. You must have pink in your van. But once I realised that the bars are great for hanging things, all of a sudden I loved them because they were so useful. Okay, so what else am I going to do? So I bought this little cute little cutting board from Temu, and it folds up, which is handy. And up the top here, if you can see, let me bring the light. Hang on, let me see if I can turn the light around a bit more. Ooh. If you can see that there. Maybe if we turn the light down a bit. Where is it? But anyway, as you can see, so you can use that like for grating garlic and things like that. So that's really handy. So I'm going to put that down in the shelf where all my kitchen stuff is. And I bought here a new thermostat for the van. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like glue this on the window here somewhere like that. Maybe down, maybe in the corner down there, somewhere like that. So I'm just waiting for the hot glue gun to warm up like I said. So, or maybe if I can find something to stick it on with, so I can always know what the temperature is in the van, because that's really important. And I ended up buying this. This is from Temu. So I'm going to put this up there like so. So when I do my washing in my van, you know, I can hang my clothes on the coat hangers. And you put the coat hangers in here. So I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 garments at a time. So I can hang that up there like that. And I can just hang to dry like that. So I'm going to get a few more of them because they are great for van life. You know, they're really handy to have in your van. You know, and not just for drying my clothes when I'm doing the washing in my van. But, you know, I can hold up, you know, I can hang up clothes in my van, you know, and also have them along in my closet over there so I can hang up clothes. So they're really great. So that's another great idea for van life. And this here is my 12-volt car heater which I use in the van here, and oh my God, I love this 12-volt car heater because this little heater, believe it or not, is also a fan too. Like I say, you've got high or low, and you've also got like fan or heat. And it heats up pretty quickly too. And this little fan will keep the whole back of the van nice and warm. And I've also got a small one. So I've got two. I've got a large one and a small one. The small one works quite well too. So the small one I use in the cab, so Callie can stay warm because the cab is her bedroom. And the bigger one stays in the van, and it's got like a little stand as well. So that's a great idea. I thought I would show them to you, but that's what I use in my van. And because they're 12-volt, they don't take much power. So I can keep them running the heater for ages when it's really cold. And what I do is I use that same 12-volt heater in my apartment. So instead of like turning the heater on in the lounge room or the bedroom, and the reason why I do that is to save power. So by saving power, I'm just saving money. You see what I mean? So I just plug it into my power station. And oh my God, and I will have this on the bed with me at home. And I tell you what, it's a great way to stay warm. So there's another idea for you. So if you're living in an apartment or a house or a dorm or wherever, and if you're in the middle of winter where it's really cold and that, and if you don't want to turn the heater on because it's going to be costly, you know, invest in a 12-volt heater like this. These aren't just for cars and vans and vehicles. They're so convenient. You can use them anywhere. You know, they're really great. So that's what I do. And by doing that, I save a lot of money off my electricity bill in my apartment. So I did not realize that this video has been going for about 50 minutes now. Oh my God, can you believe it? So therefore I'm going to have to end this video now because I don't want it to go for too long. I'll try not to make any video to go over at least an hour. That's one of the rules that I follow when making a video. So I'm happy I've got the bed done today. I've done a few things that I wanted to do, but mainly the bed. But let's just start. You've got to start somewhere. I mean, like I said earlier on in the video, because I wasn't feeling well this week, so that has slowed me down, and so now I've got to catch up, which I will, but that's okay, because I'll catch up. But I'm glad I've got the bag done, like I said, because that was the most important thing. And now that I've got the bed done, I can go anywhere I want to, whenever I want to now. Because wherever I go, I can lie down on a comfortable, nice, warm bed. Not like before where, I would sleep on the bed and it would feel uncomfortable because of a thin mattress. So if you're looking for, because foam mattresses are quite expensive, so if you're looking for a foam mattress that's not expensive, go to Temu. That's where I got my foam mattress from, and it's perfect. It's a perfect size, it fits perfectly on the bed, it feels comfortable, so I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was about $50. I think it was under $50, but it was around about the $50 mark anyway. But now that I've done that, the bed, that's now a game changer, and it's a lot more comfortable to sleep on. So I'm really looking forward to testing out the bed when Kelly and I go south camping. So I'm going to be doing some more work on the van tomorrow. So now that I'm starting to get my channel monetized now, so therefore I'm going to take my channel a lot more seriously from now on and put a lot more effort into my channel, meaning making more videos a lot more often and trying to improve my videos, etc. And I've ordered a new face tracking tripod from Temu, so that should be arriving next week. I've got a face tracking tripod here which I'm using, but this one stopped working ages ago, so I'll just end up using this just as a normal tripod. So I've bought another one, so hopefully this one will make a big difference, and this time it will stay working, I hope. So we'll see what happens. So my plan for this week is to finish the van, and I'm going to be south camping in the van in the backyard, or boondocking in the backyard, or camping in the backyard, whatever you want to call it, for a few days, just to get Kelly used to being in the van again before we take off. Because now that the cool weather is here all day, every day, woohoo! So, and about time too. Oh my God, I couldn't believe how hot it got in the van over the summer, but it was my fault. I can't blame anyone else but myself, because I didn't think about summer. I didn't think about, getting the air conditioner in my van fixed, or investing in a good portable air conditioner that I can use in my van as well as in my apartment. So like I said before, I've got the rest of the year to get all of that sorted out. So when summer comes again, this time I'm going to be well prepared for summer. So I'll be able to camp in my van whenever I want to in the middle of summer and not have to worry about being in a hot van. I'm going to be comfortably cool next summer, that's for sure. Okay, so where is my cardigan? I might take these down, I'm not sure. I'm in two frames of mind whether I should leave those flowers up there because I thought, well, I'll put them up there to make it look nice because, and create a border around this here, which it does look nice, but as I found out, because there's not much room between my head and the ceiling, so now they're getting in the way. So I don't know, I'll leave them there for a little while. I don't know if I'm going to leave them there permanently or not, but I see what I mean. But I'm starting to get a bit cool in the van now, so I'll put my cardigan on. This is nice and warm, this cardigan. And so that's much better now. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing the work on the van tomorrow. Even if it takes me a few days to finish doing the work on the van, that's okay. So what I'll be doing, like I said, I'll be doing the work on the van during the daytime. And Kelly and I will be sleeping in the van at night time. And so I can get her used to being in the van again. Because what my plan is next week, we're going to be going south camping next week. So, woohoo. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going to go, but that doesn't matter. Because what matters is that I'm just spending time in my van. And as you know, the reason why I'm doing it is because of my mental and emotional well-being, because, well, I have to. I mean, if I can't relax and chill out in my apartment, I'm going to relax and chill out wherever I can, aren't I? And that's all because of the domestic violence, because I'm a recovering domestic violence victim survivor. And like I said earlier, at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be alive, even though I have 3 permanent injuries from the domestic violence that I have to live with for the rest of my life, including, I don't know if you can see this, including a broken shoulder. Can you see that? That's one of the permanent injuries that I have from the domestic violence. And even though with this injury, this was created by my previous ex-boyfriend before I got married. However, when I was married, because my ex-husband knows that's the weakest part of my body, he used to keep breaking this clavicle all the time, by pushing, by hitting my shoulder. And so I've lost count how many times this clavicle has been broken, and I have to be very careful because it's very fragile, and when it's cold, I can feel it aching when it's cold too. So even though, I have 3 permanent injuries from the domestic violence, like I said, I'm just grateful to be alive, even though I have to put up with the nightmares every night, so I can never get a good night's sleep. And that's another reason why I'm always low on energy. Because I can't get a good night's sleep because of the nightmares. So every time I wake up, I feel exhausted instead of feeling refreshed, And even when I'm sleeping in my van, I'm still have the nightmares, but at least when in my van I can chill out, I can relax, I can feel safe, I can feel comfortable, calm, at least that's good, So I'm getting there slowly, so next week I'm off camping. Wherever, I don't know, we'll find out when the time comes. So I hope you can join me for that. Okay, so that's my video for today. So thanks for joining me for today's video. I really appreciate you checking out my videos. I really do. So please subscribe to my channel to support me. And don't forget to give my videos a thumbs up. Up, 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 up. And I will see you, darling, in my next video. So until then, please take care and, of course, drive safely. Bye-bye, darling. Bye-bye.